Hi, this is Sanjay Nasta from Microassist. Today we are going to show you the use of string or text concatenation functions in Microsoft Excel. Concatenation is the process of joining character strings end to end. Let's show you a few different uses for string concatenation and 4 different ways to concatenate text. Let's look at the spreadsheet we are going to use for this exercise. We have 4 columns of data in the spreadsheet: first name, middle initial, last name, and domain name of the company these folks work at. For the first task, let's combine or concatenate the first name, middle initial, and last name to create a full name. There are 4 ways to do this. One of the methods is deprecated, that is, it has been replaced by a newer method. The first way is to use the ampersand operator to concatenate the 3 cells. Note that to separate the first name, middle initial, and last name with a space, we have to explicitly add a space as part of the concatenation formula. Not too big a deal with 3 cells, but a pain if there were more. Another problem is that if there is not a middle initial, like in line 23, this formula still includes the cell in the concatenation and you end up with an extra space. The next function, concatenate, has been replaced by the concat function. It still works for compatibility. The concatenate function is simple. You basically list all the strings you want to combine separated by commas. Unfortunately, it doesn't handle delimiters, so you still have to include spaces. It also doesn't handle a range of cells, so you have to enter them one at a time. The concat function replaces the concatenation function. The concat function's major advantage is that you can now include a range of cells. However, it still doesn't handle delimiters, so if you want spaces between the fields, you have to enter them manually. The 4th function, Textjoin, is the most powerful way to concatenate text. The Textjoin feature allows you to use delimiters, allows you to include empty cells, and also allows you to use ranges. To concatenate the 3 strings with a space, you would use a formula. The first parameter is the delimiter you want to use, in this case a space. The second parameter is a Boolean variable, true or false, that tells Excel if you want to exclude empty fields, such as an empty middle initial. The last set of parameters are the strings that you want to concatenate. Note that you can use a range. Suppose we want to create email addresses for these names. Please note that the email addresses and names are not real in this lesson. The email address format is firstname.lastname@domain. Using a clever trick, you can create the email addresses with Textjoin. Textjoin allows you to use a range for the delimiter parameter. We go ahead and type the 2 parameters, a period and the @ in the range. Then use the Textjoin function and use the delimiter range for the first parameter. Now, if you want to email all these folks using Microsoft Outlook, here's an easy way to create a string that you can copy and paste into Outlook. Use the Textjoin function, use a semicolon for the parameter for delimiter, highlight the range with the email addresses. Thank you for watching Microassist's Excel tutorial. If you'd like to download the spreadsheet and practice this exercise, I have included a link below. If you'd like to learn more about Microassist's data analytics classes, including Microsoft Excel classes, please click on the link below. You can also